I was thinking that we might be seeing a change of the guard.
Change of the guard?
Yeah.
From Glock, you mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking that today.
Really?
Really? You're having like your conversations out in the back, and I was like, will something step up in its place? I feel like it has to.
Well, I think that the 2011 is going to take over.
I think that the price point being a little high scares people away.
Well, I think that the market will figure out a way to, like, so something really weird happened the last time I went shooting. Wyatt, you know Wyatt? I'm sure everybody knows Wyatt. He had the Prodigy, and I've shit on the Prodigy since it came out. I was like, this thing is clunky, and it's made by Springfield, and it stole its name from a band, and maybe that's it because I like the band Prodigy. And I shot it, and I was like, God damn!
You liked it?
Oh my God! Yeah, it was good. I mean, maybe it was how Wyatt geared it, but it was perfect. It shot perfect. I mean, it did feel kind of still clunky in your hand, but the trigger was fine. Maybe how he had the optic was. I mean, I did well with it, and I was like, and I wasn't like, goddamn Staccato, I'm throwing you away. I wasn't saying I'll throw my Glocks away but I said this is something. Like, it shot decently, and then I thought, well, I wonder how well the Macs shoot, and because we really don't know. We haven't ever had a Prodigy come back.
Right.
We've had lots of people sell them to buy Staccatos, but no one's ever taken it back and said this thing sucks. It's just been, there's a stigma over it because it's a Springfield.
And they kept measuring it to Staccato. I think the issue was when it came out.
Well, I mean, it didn't shoot that much worse than the Staccato doesn't shoot that much better than it. I mean, it does shoot better, but it's not like fucking night and day. Maybe it was just the optic was sighted in. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it was. What you did? You shot it too, right?
Yeah, I've shot Prodigies.
I feel
Did you shoot Wyatt's Prodigy?
I don't think. Yeah, I've shot his Prodigy.
And what did you think?
It's a Prodigy. Like I said, I'm not a 1911 guy. The problem with Springfields is the same as Palmetto State's. It's not that they don't shoot good. It's just that there's a lot of lemons. Their QC department is not all that. I'm pretty sure they fixed it up until this point, but the very first release of Prodigies, there was...
I get it, but I haven't seen any lemons.
You haven't seen any lemons?
No, not one. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen... I mean, in the time that the Prodigies... I mean, I get it. Like, the overall feeling or the opinion of the Prodigy is that it has lemons. Like, the first it came out, it wouldn't fucking work or some shit, right? I watched H something to those people from Houston. I watched them do a video with it, and it fucking jammed. And you heard problems in the beginning, but we've never had one come back, and we've never had somebody bring it in saying it's not working. Can you help us? And you would think that in the years that it's been out, that maybe it's all just fucking bullshit.
There's entire companies that sprung up literally making replacement parts for Prodigies to make them function. Like, there's an entire company that exists now that's still going to this day, and they got big or they got started.
Right on, but isn't that just entrepreneurial spirit, or is that like...
Well, the fact that was a successful business practice to sell something that fixes a gun.
Right, and what about Glocks? There's companies that have sprouted up and have created whole economic ecosystems over...
None of them are fixing the Glock.
Yeah, but
they're all adding to the Glock. This company just made the Prodigy work, not work better.
So what did they make that it needed fixing?
I'm not very... I didn't get far into it.
I was just wondering. I didn't know.
I'm not entirely sure either. I just know that there's I'll figure out the name of it.
We've sold enough Prodigies to where we would notice... I mean, I would check in all the repairs, so I would notice if they were coming back.
And you haven't had a single one, have you?
I can't think of one.
Right, you haven't had a single one, and then as far as the Mac, the I wish there was a word for Turkish 1911s.
TSAS.
Yeah, right. So the TSAS, we haven't had one come back. Like, not one. So, but what I say, like, if you want to cheat, right? Let's just call it cheating. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to cheat, you shoot a 1911. You shoot a 2011. Like, if you automatically get, you're automatically better than shooting a 320 or another striker fired gun. It just, at least for me, I think. And you hear that word cheat code a lot when you shoot, like, oh, Staccatos give you a cheat code. Like, and I remember, like, when I like started shooting Staccatos and I went back to Glock, I was a better shooter. And maybe, I'm not sure if it was the Staccato or me getting range time, but I could shoot my Glock better than I could ever shoot it before. And still, I go back to Staccato and I will continue shooting my Staccato. But I'm thinking that the industry might evolve, because we're seeing the industry evolving. Like, we're in different, and we'll get to that in a second, but like with Exigent, like, we're seeing things evolve. And and I'm not saying the Glock's days are never going to be numbered, obviously, but people are moving on to different platforms. And when all it's going to take is there to be a comfortable 2011 in the sub $700 price range.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, they can get it down that low and it feels nice. And
they can get it down that low, like even like Ruger.
Yeah,
like, I bet they're fucking making one. That's just, I see, because it's all right. So let's say, okay, so everybody jumped on the RXM because it was $399. $399. It was a $400 Glock that you could just boom out of the gate. What if it got around that there's a sub $700 2011, which makes you shoot better?
If it's comfortable and it runs, I think it would sell.
Well, everyone more here disagree.
Really?
Well, okay, so we sell just a epic fuck ton of Staccato. Always have. And it's not because of, obviously it's not because of our salesmen. I mean, we're not the God's gift to salespeople, and I'm ugly, and you know, someone called me the offspring of Henry Rollins and a honey badger one time. You know, I'm rough around the edges, but what I think happens with Staccato is you get a guy in the gun range, you know, he's shooting it and he's just so happy, and then someone's like, oh yeah, what's that? Fucking Staccato. And then another guy, and that just travels word to mouth. What if the same thing happens with like whatever mystery 2011 comes out? Like, I'm convinced the Turk ones have the, what's it called? It's a Turkish gun, and people are, oh, that's Turkish gun. And so people are always a little hesitant, you know, to buy Turkish guns unless it's a Canik. And even still, people are still, there's still
a stigma.
There's
a stigma, right? Yeah. There's still a stigma, and even like maybe Canik was like the first we saw of the evolution of the market away from Glock and away from the traditional brands. You know, like and then now you see things like the PDP. Right? Like, I mean, have you ever shot the PDP?
No.
Neither have I. Have you ever felt the fucking trigger?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and more people are coming in and asking for them. More, like, Sarasota sheriffs just picked it up. They got rid of their 320s, and they didn't go to a Glock. They went to the PDP.
Didn't they have Glock 45s?
No. They had the 320.
Is that Hillsborough I'm thinking of? One of the counties nearby has Glock 45s with 508Ts on them.
Yeah, that's Hillsborough.
Okay.
But Sarasota didn't, and Sarasota, there's like Sarasota SWAT they're no donkeys. The Sarasota Sheriff's Department's no donkeys, and they picked the PDP. And then there's another prominent law enforcement agency over on the East Coast. They have picked the PDP. So I'm just saying that although I love Glock and you love Glock and everybody loves Glock, that maybe we see an evolution of the market choosing things that are not Glock.
I agree with that. I don't agree with the whole it'll be a cheap 2011 part. I don't think...
You are racist against 2011s.
I'm not racist against 2011s.
Yes.
I just don't
Let's spread it now.
I just don't think how good it makes you shoot is the correct way to approach it.
I am not saying it's the correct way of approaching it. I'm just saying it's the easy way.
Sure, but I mean, at the end of the day, if I see this all the time, is somebody will not perform as well as they'd like, and their solution is I need to buy something better or more expensive instead of training with it. Like, nobody buys... Glock didn't become the best-selling handgun of all time because it's the best shooting handgun. It's because it's the simplest and most reliable, and it just got to a point where it's also the most modular, quote unquote.
See, maybe I don't mean to be. You say something and I disagree, and I don't mean to be confrontational. But did Glock conquer the market because it was the best handgun, or did they conquer the market because nobody could think of anything to beat them?
Well, you just think about the market impact that they've had. Every company makes a Glock now.
But how many years did it take for the market to get that way? It took the fucking Gen 3 patent to run out. Before
for people to directly clone it, I'm saying like every company that used to make all metal hammer fired guns after the Glock came out now make a polymer frame striker fired handgun. Every single one of them.
Yes, but okay. The VP9 came out 15 years after the Glock 19. The Walther PDP came out 20 years after the Glock 19. Ruger had to copy the Glock itself. It's not like the Canic is completely different gun, and it came out, and it's stealing from all kinds of different things, not just Glocks.
It's not a completely different gun. At the end of the day, like obviously, if you look at like the old super old HK ones that never took off, the one that got popular, like the one that took off, Glock is the first big polymer frame striker fired pistol, like the form factor of a Glock, the basics of it. I'm not saying specifically it looks like a Glock, but the way a Glock works, the way a Glock is
let's say striker fired.
Yeah, polymer frame striker fired Wonder 9 is
okay.
Just so above and beyond the best possible handgun you can have. Again, not for how well it shoots, but just as, a firearm to own, that not only did it become, the Glock itself become the best-selling handgun of all time, but every company changed their lineup and catalog to be a Glock.
Right, but I'm not disagreeing on that, but what I'm saying is it took them 20 years. When did the Glock 19 come out? In the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay, in the 80s, when did the Walther PDP now is competing with the Glock 19, Glock 45? Like none of their other Walthers ever fucking competed with those guns. None of so SIG's 320 came out like what, 6 years ago, 10 years ago? How long? That doesn't matter. But so let's say their direct competitor was the 320, and we all know the problems of the 320. But so it's never had a competitor, I think, really, that could fucking agencies aren't going to the Canic, right? The agencies went to the 320, right? And then we all know what's happening with the 320, and now agencies aren't going to the Canic, but they are going to the Walther PDP. There's not a Ruger that's comparable. There's not a you could say the Echelon, but the Echelon, Springfield has that stigma on them. Like they're not duty guns. So are we seeing we're definitely seeing change?
If anything kills a Glock, it'll be a Glock.
I'm not saying kill.
Well, no. What I'm trying to get at is I think as long as somebody else doesn't come out and make something, I don't think we're ever going to go back to 2011s. I don't think we're ever going to go back to the thing made over a century ago, replacing the modern thing. It's like the Glock is the iPhone. Yeah, but there are other guns that will come out that can offer a better feature set. Like the PDP has a way better trigger.
But then,
at the end of the
why
day,
do all the
it's still
SWAT
a Glock.
departments? Why do all the SWAT departments pick the Staccato?
All the SWAT departments pick a Glock overwhelmingly.
Well, I mean, in the majority, but is that because their budget, or is that because there's plenty of people who shoot staccatos?
Sure.
There's
not
plenty
nearly as much as Glock.
Of course not.
No, but you don't think a 2011 or 1911 wide body 9mm done at a cheaper price point would sell and do
I'm not
really
saying
well?
it won't sell. We're talking about a change of the guard, a change of the standard handgun.
But with
a Glock
everything
is
going on with Glock right now, and not really being there, you don't think something else can kind of slide in, maybe share the space? Let's go with share the space.
If it will be a Glock clone. Not necessarily a 1-to-1, but it will be a polymer frame striker fired pistol. We will not go back to another form factor.
Even though a lot of people were jumping into these 2011s.
For competition shooting and for range shooting, I don't think an overwhelming majority of the people
Even if it goes down to $700, just leave that price point. No one's doing it, but if it does.
If a sub $700 2011 that is reliable and great shooting dropped, of course it would sell like hotcakes. People would be competing with them. People would be shooting matches with them, just shooting them recreationally. But when it comes to a gun that you use for duty use, or a carry gun, or whatever it may be, like a firearm outside of game shooting, I don't think like a polymer frame striker fired pistol will ever be dethroned. If it does, if Glock the company gets dethroned, it'll be by another polymer frame striker fired pistol. If anything kills a Glock, it'll be a Glock.
What if a polymer frame 2011 comes out? I
don't think it would do much.
I think the only thing is certain is change, and we see them. I see the market evolving, and I see I bet people will be buying 20. I bet 2011s the next couple of years will take over.
You think they'll outsell Glocks?
Nothing will ever outsell Glocks because they have a stranglehold on the market for now. As long as they continue to give us the 43X. The 43X is the best carry, bar none. But I mean, unless you think you want a 19. Not everybody's 110 pounds, Omar. How much do you weigh?
145. So.
Okay, not everybody's 145. Not everybody has the luxury of being able to wear fucking flannels in Florida.
This is
you know what I mean? I mean, if I was 145 and I could wear flannels in Florida, I'd probably carry a 45.
You're wearing a hoodie right now.
Yeah, but
you could carry a 19 right now, no problem.
Yeah, but I don't walk around.
He's inside.
Inside.
I'm also inside. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is other companies may come out and they may dethrone Glock. That part I'm not disagreeing with at all. Glock is not innovating much. Glock is the iPhone. Glock made the iPhone, and every other smartphone company started copying the iPhone to the point where the modern smartphone is always the iPhone form factor. Everybody follows the iPhone. Now, there are other companies that will come out that will offer a better, something else. It'll either be a bigger feature set, it'll either be a better price point, it'll either be whatever it may be.
What about just shooting better?
I don't think that's enough. I don't think 2011s will ever be able to fulfill the simplicity and reliability of a Glock.
So, Luke, do you have thoughts on this?
Oh yeah. So, I think the Glock is like a sedan, like a reliable car. It runs. 2011s are like race cars. So there's such a wide variety. Like there's at the cheapest end, there's the TSOS, and you go up to the Atlas and the Nighthawks, and there's so much room and so many different companies making them that you buy a Glock, you buy a Toyota Corolla. No one's collecting Toyota Corollas,
How do you say it?
Corolla, right?
How do you say Toyota?
Toyota?
You said Toyota.
Toyota? I don't know.
He was going. Let him cook.
It's my Midwestern.
It's your Midwestern accent.
I don't know. I just feel like with 2011s, there's so many more companies making good products that it's like a hobby in itself. It's like a whole ecosystem within guns. Like you want to get the next best one. You buy a Glock for $550, $600. There's really not a better one. There's not a better striker fired handgun. So you just kind of there. But when you get to 2011s, there's room for growth. There's new ones. There's custom ones. I don't know. The Glocks, it just seems like you get one, you have all of them. I
mean, what about Smith & Wesson in 1983? With that 10 millimeter that the guys carried in Miami Vice. And then all of a sudden this fucking Tupperware gun comes out and they're thinking, well, fuck, ain't no one's going to dethrone us.
That's true.
And then boom, it got dethroned. That whole, at the time they were shooting.
Because it was a different style of gun. It wasn't an all metal, large caliber. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not trying to say that Glock is forever. If something does dethrone Glock, it'll probably be something if anybody made an affordable Alien style thing where there's an actual
fucking hurt your hand.
Yeah. If somebody made I feel like Alien's a good point to get at. If somebody made a gun where the red dot does not move and it's got a really low bore axis and it's as simple and reliable and available as a Glock is, that could dethrone it. But I don't think if anything does dethrone Glock the company, it'll either be something that's a clone of a Glock just in concept, or something that like the next Glock, the next Tupperware gun. It won't be something previous. We won't go back to 2011's overtaking polymer frame striker fired guns. That's the point I'm trying to make.
What about you? Do you think, Luke, that people will buy more 2011s in the coming couple years?
Well, yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like it's like your third handgun. Like you buy a Glock 19, you buy a 43X, then what do you want? You want like a fast, fun gun to shoot, a 2011. I feel like before people would buy random, I don't know, like 1911s or HKs or CZs, but now I feel like people are just making that jump to the 2011 just because of how many options there are now and how good they are, and I don't know.
When I shot the Prodigy, I was like, oh damn. I said well, the minute people realize this thing isn't a piece of shit, it's going to change things. That's just like I just kind of had I just thought, I'm like, the minute the whole industry realizes that the Prodigy is a decent handgun, and the minute somebody comes out with something as good as the Prodigy that is affordable with decent marketing, everybody's going to buy it.